we're recording. Welcome back to Ssdv. This is the big, the buff, the black, aka one nut in a sack. What's that in the back? Is it a Mac? No. It is an AC. Yes. AK motherfucker. AK. Alright, let the other motherfuckers go ahead and introduce themselves.
And right over here is the salted caramel, aka light skin berry white. The girls keep it tight, I bet. Yo. Jesus Christ. I mean, he started it.
Come on, you gotta finish it. Come on.
All right, it's Clint, finger in the splint, but Yancey's ass in the cast because he had a blast not being able to take a seat from the way he took this meat.
Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like that.
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad we recorded it.
No. You should have said TJ.
No.
You should have said TJ.
No.
It's better when TJ gets it because he's the one with the only fans.
Nope.
All right, anyway. So,
that's later in the show. We do the sponsor shout out. Shut up about that.
Yes. Let's go ahead and get this started right here because there's something that's circling in the news and everything else like that. And I don't know if anyone knows this or anything like that, but let's talk about the bullshit that happened in Buffalo. Clint,
Jesus,
you know more on this than I do and anyone else here does. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, so basically, like, God, I'm gonna sound so fucked up, like coming in at this like this, but like. All right, so basically this kid like allowed himself to become radicalized by shit you read on the internet, most likely with the help of the federal government in some way, because they like, and this is like actually a thing. Like if you look it up, like, and they admit to like doing this. Like the FBI helps like string along terror plots so they can stop them.
Think about Waco.
I mean that's not the same thing. I mean they actually like honeypot like terror cells and shit and then catch them, but like. What happens when something slips through the cracks, or what happens when you activate them for your own needs, for for going to go real deep into it. But basically,
vagina deep.
It's like it's a very similar story to like what happened in Columbine. Honestly, just a disenfranchised person who has no one around, no one that is checking on him and making sure that he's okay. Has some kind of mental health problem to start out with that's just exacerbated by the people around him and how he spends his time. And he allowed himself to become radicalized by shit you read on the internet, which, I think we've all said on here multiple times that we want you to think for yourself. Take information from all sides, take information from this podcast, take information from what you read. Shit you agree with, shit you don't agree with, but take information from it and try and form your own opinions and don't just get radicalized. So anyway, kid got radicalized
or convinced,
and decided that he was going to buy a gun, illegally modify it, post about it to his weird internet friends who were probably feds, egging this on so that they could stop it, and he just fucked up and didn't catch it in time. And he decided to drive like 4 hours to a grocery store, which I don't want to drive 4 hours to anything for any reason, so that was some commitment there.
I drive 4 hours for some pussy.
That retardation. Yeah, I know you did. Javon will attest to that too. But
it's a whole nother story.
It's a whole nother story. But no, basically he went up and wrote literally a 180-page manifesto that read like a bad gun blog. That was it was written in the strangest way possible. Like it. Clearly, I just don't understand like what pushed him to do this.
Go ahead and explain how it was written, because when you say written in the strangest way,
written in a way that was data specific.
Give us some examples.
Yeah, which is what I was going to do. Which was like, it wasn't like fuck this particular race of people, blah blah blah. Just that I chose my weapon because it can kill people. I don't want to kill as many of them because I don't like my society. Like it wasn't written like a rambling. It
was
like I chose the Bushmaster series. I read like an infomercial, the Bushmaster XM15, because it is capable of being illegally modified with high capacity assault clips and loaded with armor-piercing hollow points that can kill as many people as possible in less than 30 seconds. If you're looking for what muzzle device to choose, you can look for the A2 Birdcage Flash Hider, first developed in the Vietnam Vietnam War, 1968, on the very first AR-15. And I'm just like, why the fuck? Is this a manifesto? Or, like, fucking, is this like 3 a.m. and, like, what's that cracked out dude that sold, like, the fucking Oxy Bill Mays or Bill, whatever his fucking name was? Is he trying to sell me a fucking gun? Like, what is this reading like right now?
Buy it now for $5.99.
It was like page after page after page. And he's like, yeah, and I was able to illegally modify it because New York's gun laws are cucked. And I guess I could have gotten a regular one and modified that too, but that's being a cuck. And it was using the word cuck like a fucking lot. And I was just like, this, like no other swear words in this whole thing, no other slang or anything, but just cuck. Like a fucking lot. And I was just like, I'm not sure.
I mean, cuck New York.
And I'm just like, I'm not sure if you're like self-projecting onto this or like if that's what your FBI handler like thought was the hot word and just kind of stuck that in there real quick.
Use the word cuck is gonna put you to the right wing.
It's gonna make him think that you're an incel right wing. And it was basically written like, I'm so glad that they like left these gun laws open so I could buy all this shit to murder people. You know, that's why I'm fighting for it, and that's why I'm doing this. And it's just like, that's the opposite of what you do. This is reading quite backwards. So he goes in, like, shoots a bunch of people, and then just, like, sticks the gun in his mouth, screams, throws the gun down, surrenders to the police. Like, shot, like, 10 people up in a grocery store on, like, a Saturday morning for no fucking reason, and then just, like, surrendered. Didn't even shoot himself.
So it gets down to the point where, you know, you got people out there on the left talking about some, oh no, this is the reason why we need, you know, stronger gun control laws, so on and so forth.
He also
right?
mentions that he illegally modified it from every single fucking gun that's in New York, which was kind of fun. He also tells the exact series and model that his dad's hand drill is that he used to modify it, and gives like the exact specifications of how to fucking do it in this. And I was just like, dude, I thought this was a manifesto. Who are you angry at? Are you angry at Milwaukee because that drill sucked? Like, what the fuck is happening?
But no, so here's the part where, you know, I start putting on my my skepticals, if you will, my skepticals, right? So it's one of those things where, you know, like you said, the whole manifesto reads like a like talking points on what gun control should be about, and then reads also as if, you know, I'm trying to be a part of right wingers, but I don't know the right vocabulary. I don't know the right lingo. So I'm just going to use what I've picked out, or what, as he said earlier, my handler picked out for me to say over and over again, right? So we get that, right? He goes out there after this whole manifesto shit of 100 and something pages. I've never seen a manifesto that fucking long in my entire fucking life. That's neither here nor there. Goes in this fucking spree, and then pretends to want to kill himself, but gives himself up to the police without being shot himself or anything else like that. So it's just one of those things. It's like,
they should have shot my principal.
Yeah. So it's just literally just one of those things where I'm sitting here looking at this, and it's like, yeah, something about this smells like fucking bad pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, it's a comparison.
Well, bad pussy smell like fish, don't it? So it smells a little fishy. But no, so something out here smells like bad pussy. It's like, how the fuck did we get to the point where this nigga's out here after doing this whole manifesto, doing his live stream, posting it out there for everyone to fucking see that he's doing what and how he's going to go about doing it, and no one stops him until after the fact that, you know, shit happens, and then he pretends to want to kill himself, but throws the gun out like he's in some sort of fucking movie. You know how in the movies you got the guy that's suicide, throws the gun all dramatic, like you go to that shit right there, right? And then you get picked up. And 9 times out of 10, because he was wearing a mask and everything, I was like, well, nobody's going to know who the fuck he is. And when you actually do see the picture of him, he looks like, you know, average Joe number 1.
We're going to have some fun right now. I wish you would have told me that this was about before now. I could have collected all this fucking shit I have. But I'm going to do my best. Give me a hot second here. Because I do have a bunch of interconnected shit that really paints a picture of how weird this is. I think everyone will really agree. Give me a second.
All right, cool.
You want to spout off for a minute? I'll
yeah,
have
so
it collected.
Okay, so we get all that going right there, right, TJ? This nigga right here. Get your mind out the fucking food, nigga. So we get all that shit going, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, okay, how exactly do you have the exact model number, the way this is, so on and so forth, the drill bits and all this other bullshit? Because I can tell you right here, right now,
that was literally like the same gun that was used in Sandy Hook, by the way. So that seems like that's some kind of like Fed conspiracy, like new old stock. Just so we can throw that in there.
Yeah, so we get out of that right here, right? What type of gun do I have? I have an AR. And it's like, what's the specifications of the AR? Nigga, I don't fuck it. It's an AR, bitch. The fuck you care?
Like, you're not gonna break down every single part.
Yeah.
When you're like, when it's a manifesto, you're screaming about how angry you are about some shit. And it's like, well, I'm gonna tell you every single part that I put in this gun.
Yeah, that don't sound right at all. And then it's just one of those things where you sit here, you look at it, it's like, yeah, no, something about this just ain't right. You got something?
I'm working on it here. All right, here we go. All right, so around the same time, right? Like, there was an article coming out that's like, let me save one more thing. Keep going.
Oh, that was about it for all I had to say. That was my skepticals on that shit. Oh, speaking of which, one thing I do want to tell you guys, like, you know, despite this bullshit that happened and everything else like that, do not allow your states, the government, or any of that shit to restrict your goddamn gun rights. Because at the end of the day, they start restricting our gun rights, we'll end up just like Australia and New Zealand during COVID. Y'all want to be ended up in concentration camps? If not, hold on to your fucking gun law. Hold on to your fucking guns.
All right, so here we go.
Especially if you're black.
So basically, what we're saying is, and this is going to be mind blown for you too when you see this. Because I think I might have said it to you, but I don't think you had the comparison at the time. Mm-hmm. So, parents catch FBI and plot to force mentally ill son to be a right-wing terrorist, right? This is an actual article that was posted a few years ago. 23-year-old man who was taken into FBI custody on Saturday after trying to detonate a fake bomb in Oklahoma City is mentally ill and was aided and abetted by the FBI. His family said in a statement to Huffington Post. Jerry Drake Varnell, who has formerly followed far-right anti-government groups and told the FBI he wanted to start the next revolution, is a paranoid schizophrenic and is extremely susceptible to different types of ideology that normal people would deem immoral, his statement said. His parents, Charlie and Melanie, wrote that a court in Oklahoma had found their son mentally incompetent and given them legal guardianship over him. The FBI clearly knew that he was schizophrenic because they had gathered every ounce of information on him. I consider this entrapment. They got him to do this. It goes on to say the families dispute the FBI's filing against him, that we don't have an underground bunker. We have a shipping container used as a storm shelter because it's in Oklahoma. Blah, 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 not important, but you get the idea. So this was a kid that was deemed mentally ill that the FBI had actually collaborated with to see how far he was going to go before arresting him, right? Let's take People's Exhibit A. This was the kid from 2018.
Mm-hmm. You see him? You see what he looks like? Mm-hmm.
Let's go to People's Exhibit B, which is the Buffalo shooter.
Don't they look eerily similar?
Bro, are they brothers or are they the same person?
It's weird, right? Oh, that was a mentally ill person that the FBI was grooming to commit terrorist acts. And doesn't that look like him, like maybe 5 years later? 4 years later?
A few years later?
Yeah.
You take someone who's 23, make them 27, 23, 27. I mean, that's...
Seems about right.
Wow.
Do you see how weird that seems, though?
You have to send me those pictures too.
So it's pretty much the FBI's fault then.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the same person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that reasonable thinking and making reasonable assumptions, it has come out as fact that the FBI will know about things and let it go to see how far it will go so they can get evidence, so the case sticks more, so that they can be praised more, whatever way you want to look at it. Fuck it. But the thing is they still go along with these like terrorist plots and shit. And what happened to that other guy? Like, we don't know. Like, the news story ended then 4 years ago. Who's to say that this wasn't a made-up story? They transplanted the same mentally ill guy. I mean, we have evidence that they gave psychedelic drugs to soldiers, not telling them to experiment on mind control. That they gave people sexually transmitted diseases without telling them to experiment on how it happens to the human body.
Yeah, this is true.
All this shit has happened before, so you're not telling me that they couldn't have scooped that mentally ill kid up, conditioned him for 4 years, made a backstory, and set him free for some bullshit? to cover up from how fucked that I'm paying $5 a gallon for gas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary, but like when you start looking at scary and what ends up becoming true, way too often it ends up overlapping and it gets really, really fucking weird. And I actually think that, I think I left you out of even seeing that. The kid from 4 years ago that was parents blamed FBI. You entrapped my son, trying to blow shit up.
Allah.
Buffalo shooter.
They're related. They're related.
There's something wrong, right?
Yeah. Well, a show that I'm watching right now, Z Nation.
If you're going to talk, you got to speak up.
I'm sorry, a
bit.
show that I'm watching right now, to piggyback off of what you were saying, Z Nation, like it's like a lot of shows and movies, there's some truth to it. There's a lot of stuff that the government doesn't want people to know. So
It is what it is. But all right, thank you, Clint, for bringing that shit up because, like I said, it's shit like that.
You need to put that in an overlay. I'll send it to you. You can put that shit in the video.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's why I was like, yeah, send me those pictures. See what I can do with that.
No, I mean, if you see that and don't get just some kind of eerie feeling, like maybe it's not the same person, but you definitely get some feeling that's like something's wrong.
Yeah. It's weird shit. And I told you guys beforehand, like, the more they restrict your shit, the more it become like some of these other places that no one wants to be like. Because let's be honest here. If we were in Australia during the whole fucking COVID thing where we're forced to stay locked down while niggas with guns wave their shit at our fucking face, get back behind that fucking line.
Like that one shit I sent you, that one girl was like, it's my 30 minutes today, I'm so happy. And she's behind fences like 28 days later and shit. Yeah. I was like, what in the fuck are you happy about this for?
There is nothing about that shit that should be
happy. It's like, today was the day I get my 30 minutes, I get to wait a week again to go outside.
Yay, I get 30. Yeah, you remember that shit. We did a whole video on it. It's ridiculous how people just allow that shit to happen. But, with that being that, I do want to bring this over to something else here, right? I got a question for you guys. When a man courts a woman, do you believe that he's essentially taking her from somebody else?
What?
When a man's courting a woman, do you believe he's essentially taking her from someone else?
God, with the nasty shit I be doing.
It hit me really late, but I got it.
What about you, nigga?
No.
You don't think you taking it from somebody else?
Because if a dude's courting a chick, right?
If you're courting a bitch,
it's his turn. It's his attention.
Yeah.
Right. So anyone can come in and finesse you. So she's never yours, bro.
I mean, I get she's never yours, but do you think that you taking it from another nigga or another bitch and trying to court that bitch?
How?
All right, listen.
Yeah, I don't see it. Like, and jokes aside, no, I don't see it that way. Right. You're not taking her from anyone.
Yeah.
Like unless you're kidnapping her, you're not taking her from anyone.
Well, technically you are.
You're borrowing that bitch. No, fuck.
You're not wrong. That's what I should say. When you courting a bitch, you think you're borrowing her from somebody else.
Maybe.
Hey, let me borrow her real quick. I know you got the same taste, but hey, let me get my shot. Rock, paper, scissors.
No, what I was saying is right here, right? Because I know a couple of dudes and whatnot that, how do I put this right here, that get a little afraid of courting a chick and whatnot because she might be in the middle of entertaining somebody else, right?
Wait, what?
When I say entertaining somebody else, I don't mean like they fucking or anything. She's just entertaining them. Like, oh yeah, basically stringing a simp along, right? So I know a couple of dudes out there that's like, oh no, I can't really do it because she's talking to so and so, and I'm afraid, blah 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 blah. I had to tell this one dude I used to work with. I was like, yo, my man, listen, let me explain something to you. Whenever you talk to a chick, either whether or not she's talking to somebody else or she's not talking to somebody else, you're taking her off the table for somebody else. At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're taking her off the table. So if you start looking at it like that, man, stop being scared. Just go out there and do it. But it's kind of wrong for me to take somebody off the table, so on and so forth. It's like, well, if you're taking them off the table, then guess what? If you're afraid of doing that, you ain't never going to get no fucking pussy. Because no matter who you talk to, you take them from somebody else. You think that one chick you talking to ain't got simps behind her or orbiters trying to fucking climb inside her fucking pussy walls? If you think that, the bitch you going after ain't got nobody after her, then you must be going around with some Rasputia looking bitch. And you know what I'm saying? If you fucking with Rasputia, then, that's Hey, I ain't gonna knock you, but I'm pretty sure you enjoying that Sea Worldwide, right? Like I said beforehand, you know, it's like, you know, when you get to that fat, it starts getting warmed up and whatnot, it gets even juicier than what's normal, right?
Ew. Ew.
Wait.
Ew. Ew.
Bro.
If you ever cook something with fat, you know what I'm talking about, where it starts
Shut the
getting
fuck
really...
You can get some shit if you want.
Dude, just imagine, I'm good right now. Just imagine, though, you hitting that shit, and then the sweat starts glistening.
No. I'm eating.
It's like fucking Crisco, fucking a can of Crisco.
What?
Fucking fat bitches like fucking a can of Crisco. Especially when they start getting sweaty. You start smelling bacon in the middle, you fucking them.
What?
Hey, Vanessa. I know that you're bi, right? So have you ever done that?
You ever fucking fat bitch? Or you ever snort down some fishy pussy? You're like,
You ever in the middle of scissoring and you smell bacon cooking?
That's so not right. Like, bleh.
what?
Yeah, it has happened before. And
Well, you smell bacon in the middle of scissoring?
No. That would have been a good smell. Like if it was bacon and syrup. Like, have you ever had bacon syrup, maple covered bacon, and
Yes.
on donuts? Yes.
But have you ever had it on pussy?
No, that would actually have been a pleasant smell compared to what the fish would.
So what if it's green but smells like bacon
Bro.
and syrup?
Why?
Would you still eat it?
No.
Why not?
No.
Listen, if Sam and Ham can eat green eggs and ham, you can eat a green pussy that smells like goddamn bacon and syrup.
Bruh.
Okay, look, they're eating, and I would like to enjoy dinner when it comes. So like, that ain't, no.
They can eat bacon. They can eat
That's
bacon
not-
flavored pussy too. So you tell me right here, right now, if the pussy was a normal color and smelled like bacon, you wouldn't eat it?
No.
It's normal colored.
No.
Just has a little bit of discharge.
Bro, if your shit
A
smell
little
like
bit of
bacon.
discharge, a little bit of discharge. Why are you trying to
What?
put that in? A little bit of discharge. She need to go get her shit checked. Like,
Listen, what's the
Unless
worst that
it's
can
like-
happen? You tell
She
me to
had to
fall
be
off?
baking that shit in the sun or something.
All right, fine. Y'all don't want to answer that question. All right, would you?
It's like you fucking bitch with a creamy pussy, and then in the middle you're like, oh hell yeah. It's like, oh, but there's some lumps in it, like some cottage cheese. No, hell no.
that's what he just did.
All right, fine.
Oh yeah, you know, you fuck a girl and you got that white cream coming out. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's got that cottage cheese consistency. No. Can't just change it up like that. It's just like, oh yeah, with some discharge. No.
Starts plucking
Oh.
into your pube hair. Yo, gross. Like I can see you slipping that in there too.
So I asked CJ this.
Pubic hair looking like some sour cream dip.
I asked CJ this last time. I'm gonna ask you now, Clint. Would you fuck a bitch that got a man?
Depends.
What does it depend on? I'm not asking you would you fuck Mike Tyson's bitch, 'cause I know better than that. Like it's
No.
random average, like average nigga,
it's,
random
not,
average
it's
nigga.
not right. It's not really that. It's just like how much of an asshole. If I know the guy, is important. And I mean, basically, just how much drama is it going to be? Like, if it's someone who doesn't really give, I don't know.
No one in your circle.
But I know that I know she's got a dude.
Let's take Rube's bitch
Come
for
on,
a second,
kitty.
right?
Oh hell no!
No. Let's
on,
say
kitty.
that Rube's actually has a top-notch bitch.
Nope. Nope. In fact, I skipped a song on the way here that I used to like because that made me think of his ass because he liked that shit. And I was like, I can't listen to this because I'm gonna be gay. Like,
I have a question.
What's up?
Is it that the female is vulnerable and it's you're taking advantage of type of situation where it's like you're let me pretend, be that person, lean on, but then we're gonna like there's gonna be something following it, you know?
Define
Or is
something
it
following
like
it, like-
having sex, like hooking up with her. Like that's your motive, like that's what your motive is. Or is this like she's saying straight up, look, this is what it is and this is how I'm carrying it and yeah,
I'm gonna
like
say,
it's
so-
like there's some type of logic to that.
So
and
here-
it's
here-
like
here's the logic behind it. Her pussy wet. She wants some dick that's not from her man. She wants it from you. That's logic behind it. Whether and for all the dudes out there that try to court a bitch that actually has a man, or whatnot, shame on you. You're a fucking dumbass for doing that shit. Like, if the chick is cheating on her man with you,
if you're trying to actually be like the official side piece,
like, you could be an official side piece. Don't try to be the main piece. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like if you like the side piece,
being the side piece, and then getting yourself delusion to think that you're the main piece and that the other one's the side piece.
Yeah, you don't want that. Like, any dudes out there that's doing that shit, you're fucking retarded.
It's different than polyamory, like, so it's like, if you're, yeah.
But yeah,
it's still degenerate and fucks.
But would you fuck a nigga's bitch?
A bitch's nigga, yeah.
No, I fix it, goddammit.
I mean, yes, I'm not gonna tell you which one.
Perfect. Thank you for being honest. Because if you were to say no, I'm like, you are somebody of high morality. I'm gonna corrupt you.
The thing is, though, is just ew.
Not like that. Whoa, hold up now.
I mean, he did say you need to be convinced.
He did say that. There was a lot being said. It's just like, no, it's like,
Well, if I mean TJ
morally opposed to it, yes. Don't want the drama from it, yes. But like, if like my favorite like porn star of all time was like, let's fucking smash. But I hope you don't mind, I have a boyfriend. I don't care, bitch. You're a woman of ill repute anyway. Let's fucking get this shit going. Like,
all right, let's say Oprah Winfrey comes up to you and says, "Let's fuck."
oh, I mean maybe because
What about you, TJ?
TJ, if
You haven't answered this question yet.
Oprah Winfrey comes up to you and says, "Let's fuck right here, right now,"
Hell no.
Only if it's
I ain't
raw.
touching that shit.
yeah, you gotta fuck her raw though.
Only if it's wrong.
Ew, stop being a punk, bro. Do you know how much money she had to pay you hush money, nigga?
I'd be dancing around like Dave Chappelle. I'd be pushing shit over at work. Wasn't dangerous till now. Pushing bookcases over and shit. I'm gonna divorce this bitch or get child support. Oprah Winfrey? Shit.
So you tell me right here, right
You know
now.
how much they charge those rich people for child support? It's like, oh yeah, you gotta pay $600,000 a month in child support. Fucking, literally, you could have that fucking kid in the goddamn like Hot Wheels mini. What the shit? The little fucking shit.
Little Barbie joints.
No, the shit that used to be back in our day when they had the little electric cars.
Oh yeah.
The Power Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that shit in the fucking AMG Power Wheels and still only be spending $2,000 a month on that fucking kid. The other fucking $598,000. Shit.
Man, you ain't thinking logically, nigga.
Think about it though.
Sorry, bro.
That's one time.
One time.
I'm sorry, bro.
And you got
nah.
you got $600,000 a month for 18 years.
No, I'm
18
good.
years. 18 years.
I'm good.
Listen,
I'm not
she had
fucking Oprah.
she had that baby for 18
Then she's gonna
years,
leave her
and
fortune to the kid.
then you just gonna kill the kid afterwards and take the fortune.
What?
What the fuck? Let the record show that I did not say that.
I mean, it's a perfect fucking crime. I mean, you get your money, you get an illegitimate bastard child, and then when that bastard child is done using up his usefulness, you kill it. And you're paid with insurance plus the money that comes from it, plus alimony.
It's
So
just a really
I
late
not
term
actually
abortion.
know
That's
that.
It's very late abortion,
God.
18-year
Delete
abortion.
This after, because this would be you're self-incriminating yourself right now.
No, it's just an abortion. We're just having an 18-year abortion. That's all it is. It's an abortion. We're good.
Just drive them out to California real quick. You Daddy, we lived in Texas. Why are you driving to California? Reason, shut the fuck up.
That's just that. See that? Everything works out.
Sonny, it's either you or a lot of money, and I'm choosing a lot of money.
It's like, son, I never want to tell you this. It looks like that fucking shit where's the spaceman's face with the one with the gun to the back of the head. It's like, the reason I fucked your mom to begin with was the money. Wait, it was for the money? And it's always been the money in that meme. Wow. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking
Yeah.
one? Where it's just like, oh, it's this? And it's like, oh, it's always been that. It's like, oh, you found out. Like, I'm sorry.
For those of you that don't know what he's talking about,
We're going to put it in the shit.
I was gonna say, think about mice and men. It's gonna be
No,
rabbits.
just put the fucking shit in the...
It's the same scene, though.
Can you edit shit in?
Hell, if I haven't touched this shit in a while. My dick doesn't work anymore. My wife left me.
You see what I deal with?
My wife left me. This nigga TJ won't let me see his ass cheeks no more when he takes a shower.
Hey,
Ew.
I mean, you say ill, but you never noticed it before.
Ew. No.
That's why I love it when he takes a shower because it's so hot and steamy. You can't see me out there. I'm just touching my nipples like yeah. And one time he almost caught me and I had to disappear real quick.
Bruh.
It was scary.
Is
My
that-
heart was
so,
racing.
So like with the curved shower curtain, if it's not all the way closed, you can look like from.
Yeah, I can see like right there. I can
He's
see
like,
right there.
Tom. Oh my gosh, that's like you earlier in Walmart. Stalker mode. See, he has stalker mode.
So?
That's where you got it from. So.
Yeah. So anyway,
Right. So anyway, yeah.
I love
staring
going.
at you, so.
I also love going to the movies, this nigga, because after the end of the movies, you both gotta go to the bathroom. I choose to start right next to him, so I
To
can
left
just
or the right? To left or right?
whichever way the thing is swing. Sometimes it curves one way, sometimes it curves the other.
Bruh.
I'm trying. I gotta inspect it to make sure it still works.
So basically, you walked him on the way to the bathroom, and you're like, which pants leg is his dick hanging down?
Pretty
That's-
much.
That's going to have set it. Like when you fold sheets, it's just set in there. So it's going to be hanging to the right, so I choose the right one. If it was on the left one, you go choose the left one.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I gotta listen.
I don't know why I'm going along with this right now.
It's
Delete
not
all of
gay.
this.
It's not gay. Here's the
Delete
reason why
all
it's
of
not
this.
gay. Here's the reason why it's not gay. Because I gotta make sure my merchandise is ready and to be put out there in the goddamn
For
corner.
OnlyFans.
All right.
That's the reason that we make him use Manscaped.
The new lawnmower 4.0 is perfect for these types of trims. Like you guys don't know what it is, but he has like a Space Invader logo down there and whatnot because he's gonna drop off some kids inside that shit. You do have the Space Invader logo, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, see? I think next week we're gonna trim it out to be the Majin Buu M, so that everyone can see exactly what goes on with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, we're going to trim it into a fucking check mark. Because just fucking do it.
You gonna get a Nike swoosh.
And that's going to be our next sponsor right there.
Hey, do you mind a Nike whoosh?
Whoosh or swoosh?
Swoosh.
The Nike
It's
swoosh.
just
No,
like,
is it
you know
the-
that SpongeBob
actual
meme where it's like
brand?
cut up like right above? Where
Yeah.
it's like the fucking six pack right above the shit?
Yeah.
This is going to be a picture of him with the
Nike
check mark.
whoosh.
It's just like Nike, just do it.
Whoosh or swoosh?
All right, but no. So that does bring me up to the next little portion. In that, for some reason, it's been getting a bit more of a debate lately. Should a man have a nigga baby while broke? Should a nigga have a baby while broke?
No.
No.
What?
Should a nigga have a baby
That
while
was
they broke?
very weirdly worded.
Should a nigga have a baby while they broke?
No.
No. Everyone says no. Why not?
I'm sorry. You said a nigga or a real man?
And does it matter?
Because
The same thing.
nigga-
Interchangeable.
I mean, I know.
I mean,
Yep,
if they're
interchangeable.
broke, even if it's a man, if they're
A-
broke, they
a-
shouldn't be having a baby.
Yeah,
I
I'm saying.
don't feel as
Mm,
though a
technically-
quote-unquote nigga is gonna
technically-
actually step up, but I feel as though a real man will step up to the plate and do what is necessary and needed in
Not if
order
it's broke.
Technically, I'm a nigga, and I'm a real boy.
You're a real boy. Like you're a real okay. You're a real boy.
But no,
Real man is what.
it doesn't
Man, that
matter.
was shade right there.
But I say no, it doesn't matter though. What
Wow.
I'm saying is this right here, right?
Okay.
Should a nigga have a baby while broke? Y'all niggas say no. Why y'all niggas say no?
I said, real man's gonna step up to the plate. He's going to.
No, and she said you were a real boy.
Well, he said I'm a real boy. He was the one who said I'm a real boy with his high pitched voice.
Yeah, 'cause I was trying to be,
It's artistic effect.
yeah, Pinocchio.
Oh,
so Right.
real man.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, so why y'all say no?
Because like
It's not financially smart.
it's
to
not
raise a kid
it's
and-
not financially smart for you. It's not safe for the child. It's going to put reliance on state care and other things in order for that child to like grow up and be healthy. They're going to have a worse quality of life than they could have possibly had. Like it's already fucked up to bring a child into this world with as fucked up as it is. But if you are you saying that they had by accident? Are you saying they planned to do it even while they were broke? Like, or is it both? Like how?
I'm about to say is I'm fucking this bitch.
Okay, 'cause
I understand the
accident-
risk. Oh shit, she prego.
Accidents happen,
Ain't
but
no
if you
accident.
plan for it while you're broke, that's like super fucked up.
But no, but they no
But
accident.
even
It
the
was-
accident, yeah, no, all right.
You taking that
I get what you're saying. I understand. No, I still say it's not. It's not a good idea. It's a bad decision because, in all honesty, bringing a child into this fucked up world is like the worst possible thing you can do.
And TJ, you say that you disagree as well, right? You disagree?
Especially if you're fucking broke and can't take care of them.
Wait, so TJ, why do you disagree?
I said it because it isn't financially smart.
All right, so I got a quick question for y'all, right? Are y'all willing to give up pussy
Yes.
Bullshit lie, you motherfucker.
For what?
Yes. I'm willing to give it up.
Because the thing is, I'm saying is right here, right? Do you guys feel as if you guys are at
Yes,
the point?
I'm willing to give it up.
Do you feel at the point that you're able to take care of a kid?
Wait, what?
Oh, so you're just telling me that if someone told me, like, regardless of what steps you take, if you fuck someone, 100% that person's gonna get pregnant?
No, not even just that. It's
that-
along the lines
no,
of,
that's what you- no.
there's always a chance of you getting a bitch
Okay,
pregnant.
there's always a chance, but it seemed like what you were heading towards was you was saying, would you give up pussy? That led me to believe your next statement was gonna be, would you be able to do it if 100% you knew she was gonna get pregnant?
Not even that wasn't gonna lead to that. It was just as simple as like, do you guys feel as if you guys are financially stable enough to raise a kid? Do you guys feel as if
Hell no.
No, and you? And what about you, TJ? Do you feel as if you're at that point in your life where you have enough money to raise a kid?
Oh, I'm gonna say no, but because I take that chance all the time.
So
And
with
I'll
that
plan
being,
for it.
so with that being that though, how can y'all say, like, if y'all ain't willing to give up pussy, how can y'all say that you can't be broke?
But nigga, I make dumb decisions all the time. So
And
I mean,
stairs exist.
But no, that's where I want to go with that, because I personally feel as if it doesn't matter whether or not you're broke, you can have a fucking child, you raise that fucking child, you have to struggle through it and everything else like that. Because the simple fact of the matter is that if it were to the point where people had to wait until the point where they were financially stable,
No one would have a kid.
Yeah, no one would have a kid.
It'd be great because the human race would die off and the world would be better.
What you want to say?
So do you guys believe it's the woman's choice? If you were to actually get a female pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you're saying you're having unprotected sex and everything like that. Like, if you were to get a female pregnant, is it her choice, your choice, or both of you guys' choice?
As far as what goes,
If you have a baby or not.
if you terminate the baby,
Yeah.
how far along are we talking about as far as the pregnancy goes?
It's past taking Plan B. She potentially thinks she may be pregnant, and
I need an exact
so
time.
we'll say it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks dry like somebody's toothbrush. I know.
bruh. Who's?
Like 2 or 3
Who's
weeks. So
toothbrush?
it's like
Angelo's.
Oh yeah.
because yeah. So 3 weeks, because most females aren't going to be like.
Is it living? That's
Yes.
the question. Is it living?
Yes.
At that point,
Yes.
yeah. But
Well, my kids live all the time. They don't even make it in the world. They be dancing everywhere.
They be dancing all over the face.
They put them in
Face
sticky
or
situations.
place?
all over her face.
No.
They are in a sticky situation. But no, so here's what it really boils down to, right? The way that I personally feel about this, we're going to get a little upset about it, but it is what it is.
that's a weird way to spell mouth, Yancy, but okay.
Ew. After a certain period and everything else like that, if I can get charged for double homicide for crashing into a pregnant woman and she passes and the baby passes, then no, it's no longer her fucking choice. Because that is now a living thing where if I can get charged for homicide, if I were to punch you in your belly and that baby dies.
All right, no. We're gonna.
Going to violence.
But no, that's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, I like the violence, but we're gonna back this up real quick.
Oh.
If we're at the point where
right,
I
fuck
decide that I'm not paying for that fucking child support, it should also be my choice.
Yeah.
If her body, her choice, my money, my choice. That's it.
Okay.
She can keep it all she fucking wants, but actually, you shouldn't be. If I say no and you say yes, then you shouldn't be able to get me for child support. That's all there is to
Okay,
it.
so then I think
Period.
that there should be an agreement between you and that person.
100%. I think it's both choice.
I'm
I
saying
feel like it's both
no,
people's
but I'm
choice.
saying like a legitimate agreement that's notarized documentation saying that you're
Got
not
my notary in the
going
car
to-
right
you're
now. Who
not-
wants
You're
it?
not going to put me on the birth certificate for your child. Period.
Okay.
I'm not signing shit because the only way that you actually are held liable is if you actually sign the birth certificate. That's on you. If you don't sign it, anybody, I could put John Doe on there.
I'm going to have to look into that because that don't sound right.
I feel like that.
You don't actually.
No, what I mean
Okay,
by I'm
so
going to look into
here
that
we go,
because that
here we
don't
go,
sound
here we
right.
go,
It's based
here we
off
go,
the fact
here we
that
go,
is that
here
I
we
do
go,
know a couple
look.
of dudes that got
Look.
put on child support without even being there
Well,
for that
because
child or
the
signing
name
the birth
was
certificate.
because the woman put the name of the father on there.
So you see what I'm saying, though, right?
So,
The
but
man
I'm
doesn't
saying,
matter if
but
the
what
man
I'm
signs or
saying,
not.
I'm saying prior to, we need to sign this agreement, because I'm not in this.
And then what if the woman decides, I'm not signing that agreement? You're going to be in that
Then
birth
that's
certificate.
fine. You can then go to, I'm pretty sure you can go to a judge or somebody and say, look, like, you know what? She's harassing me, saying that I'm not doing shit till I actually get a paternity test done.
Okay,
Yada,
but what if I know
So,
it's
like,
mine? I still don't want it.
Yeah.
Push her down the steps, allegedly.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I mean,
No, I get what you.
I think that
Yeah,
think
but the problem was is everything you said led back to the fear, right?
Yeah.
Like I understand completely I understand where you're coming from completely. Don't think I'm trying to say I don't understand what you're saying. Like I understand. Like the agreement would be great. Like if people could be that reasonable all the time, then we probably wouldn't be in a lot of the situations we are in the world as a whole. The thing is things can happen. Accidents happen with people who are crazy on both sides. I mean, this can happen with a woman getting pregnant by a crazy man, a man getting a crazy woman pregnant. Doesn't matter. You don't see eye to eye, but you had a click one time, you fucked up, she's pregnant, right? So what you're saying, though, is I understand if the person's rational, it's just like, yeah, I understood this was a one-night hookup. I'm not going to hold you liable, but I want to keep my baby because I love it. That's a rational person. I have no problem with that. If you're willing to say that, then that's what it is. But too many people are going to be like, gotcha, bitch. I'm putting his name down. Forced order paternity test. Of course you knew it was his. Like, there's too many people that would play the fucking game. Just like, I mean, everyone memed it, but that was real shit. Like Drake with the fucking hot sauce in the condom.
That shit was funny as hell.
Like, that's why he had to go to that length. And she was trying to shove a fucking used condom up inside her.
Just like that one girl did to Javon.
Yeah, that was her mouth. But anyway,
Bruh.
that woman at IHOP was so mad. But no, I'm saying it's like a trap. Because like if she would have succeeded and she went through all of it and knew I shoved Drake's condom in me, I know the paternity test is going to show it was his. I'm going to put his name on there. And he has no right to say if I terminate this. He is fucking trapped. And he even used a condom. Like, but he'd be fucking trapped. Mm-hmm. That's the problem I'm saying. If people could be as reasonable as what you just said, then yes, it's perfect. We're living in a utopia. I love it. I love everything you said about that.
I guess that would be the difference between a bitch and a female, a real female who's actually going to be rational and logical about things.
But a lot of times you don't know that ahead of time enough.
I mean, like,
I'm not saying this is for the man.
Why are you fucking her then?
Because 90% of bitches are ain't shit.
Why?
Then wear a condom.
That don't stop all the things. Like I said, it don't stop everything.
But
you know what?
it's the same
let
thing.
Me make sure you're on birth control.
That ain't gonna stop everything either.
You know what? What? Okay.
None of this is 100%.
Get the birth control in your arm to make sure there's no.
Again, none of this is 100%.
Every single time after we have sex, I'm getting you Plan B. Guess what? You just
also not 100%.
I'm just saying, like, look, you know what? Take some shots of vinegar.
Also not 100%.
Like, you know what? Nothing is 100%.
That's what I'm saying. So you run the risk. You run the risk of getting that shit no matter what. And that's what it really boils down to. And that's what I was saying beforehand. Like, are you guys willing to not fuck? That's the whole purpose of what I was asking earlier. But as I was saying, it's just one of those things where, especially as far as the Roe v. Wade stuff goes, dude, I actually spoke to a chick recently who was trying to tell me, oh man, you guys got what the fuck you call that shit? You got your abortion funds ready? I was like, what the fuck you talking about? So I was like, because we gotta go like to places like Mexico or Canada to get our abortion now that it's outlawed and legal in the United States. I was like, who the fuck told you that lie? It's all over the news. They overturned Roe v. Wade. It's like, do you know what overturning Roe v. Wade does? And I explained to this motherfucker that, listen, it doesn't outlaw it in the United States. All it really boils down to is basically puts the power back into the states. So if you want to have these abortion laws and whatnot in your fucking favor or whatnot, you make sure that you're in a state and you vote the right people in that you want to have in there.
Or literally, you could just drive to Maryland.
That's
never going to change.
Or you can stay in Virginia. Fucking you can terminate the baby up to 9 months, and even if it survives a fucking abortion, you can just kill it.
Really?
Yeah, like you can literally choose to not give it medical attention if it survives the abortion in Virginia. And it's just like, oh yeah, like the governor even came out and had a whole thing about it.
Yeah, he said he would RKO kids.
But it's not like, they club the kid in the head with a hammer or anything like that. Like, they don't treat the kid like a baby seal.
What if I paid extra?
No, they use still jail.
They said don't put the kid like a baby seal. They just like, oh yeah, you're just gonna suffer and die because you don't get any medical treatment.
That's fucked up. Actually,
That is actually
that's
fucked.
actually fucked up.
Yeah.
No, like all my joking and like
For adoption at that point.
comedic relief. Like no, late term abortion's a bit fucked, and like letting them like suffer without care, and not just giving them.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that you give death row prisoners the fucking numbing shot before you give them the fucking lethal injection, but you're gonna let this fucking
Child
premature
starve to death.
fucking innocent baby starve to death? Like
Yeah.
No,
that is actually
that
fucked.
is-
Like
Yeah.
I don't even have a good joke about that. Like not even being funny.
But no, that's legit what happens in like the state of Virginia and whatnot. So it's just like, okay, listen, when it comes down to the come down, literally all you gotta do is make sure you're in one of those states that allows that shit, and boom, you're good.
Wait, hold on. The first part that you said going to Canada or Mexico, right?
That's what she was tell us.
So I've been like, you first need to figure out getting your passport. Bitch. Like, I mean, you ain't going nowhere without your goddamn passport. So I mean, like, yeah.
Hey, that's what she was going on about.
Like, stupid ass people.
But no, though, it is one of those things where it's wild, though. But I do want to let the dudes out there know that, you know, like, majority of women out there ain't shit bitches, and that's just the way it really boils down to. If you find yourself a keeper, hold on to that bitch. You don't want to lose that bitch. But yeah, majority of the motherfuckers is ain't shit bitches. Let's see what else is there.
I have a question. Why bitch?
Why not?
Why bitch? Why hold on to that bitch? Why not hold on to that woman?
Because bitches
why?
love being humiliated.
Okay, like as a woman, I really don't. Like,
You ever been slapped in the face with a dick?
not in public.
Now you don't have to be a post, but have you ever been slapped in the face with a dick?
And I wouldn't want to be referred to as a bitch.
But have you ever been slapped in the face with a dick? And did you enjoy it?
Like, okay. Slapped in the face or slapped myself in the face? Which one?
Doesn't matter. You had a dick slap you in the face. Have you ever had a dick slap you in the face?
Actually doing it to yourself with that person, it's like you're in control. That person's really not in control.
Are you though?
Because
Because
their dick in their hands.
but just put it
That's
here
you.
to the point where they mind controlled you to the point where you managed to
Mind
grab their
control.
dick and smack you in the face. Oh, I like this, daddy. Oh, dick in my face, dick in my cheeks.
I think I saw that porno.
But no, have you ever had a dick slap you in the face? And did you like it?
Pass.
But that's what I'm saying. Believe it or not, a lot of bitches love that shit. So, Clint, you ever slap a bitch in the face with your dick?
Yes.
Did she like it?
Yeah.
She wanted more, right? See? I can take a bitch and put her across my lap and spank the fuck out this motherfucker. A lot of the bitches I fuck with and what I used to fuck with, they would literally tell me, oh yeah, you know, I love this daddy. I'm your little slut. I'm daddy's little slut.
Okay.
Fuck me like the whore I am.
Okay, but that's role play. That's
not role play.
no,
That's the way that shit is.
because like some guys actually like that. That's turn on for them. Like that's like your whatever
But you
kink.
you
Like,
hear this though, right?
but
Is that not
yeah,
humiliation?
But and some people actually do like.
That's
that
what I'm
type
saying.
of
Majority of
sex.
these bitches love being humiliated.
In the bedroom behind closed doors.
I'm about to
just
say,
as
all these bitches that get cum on their face, they enjoy that shit.
Hell,
Oh shit, I got it in my hair. Yeah, I know, bitch. Shut up. Bitches love that shit. I'm telling you from experience. Bitches love that shit. They love being spanked. They love being humiliated. They love being tied down. They love that shit. And any woman that says they don't love that shit, they only saying they don't love that shit because they haven't really experienced that shit with somebody that will make them do that shit. And by make them do that shit, I don't mean I'm going to force you with a gun to your head because that's rape. We don't do that around here. We're talking about that shit where it's just like, you know what? I don't usually do this. You know how many times I've heard that line? I don't usually do this, but yeah. That bitch tell me, oh yeah, I
do
wouldn't.
it perfectly too.
and it'll be, bleh, I'm throwing up all over you.
Well, I had a
I'm
bitch
gonna
tell
throw up
me.
on your dick because no, I don't do this.
Oh, you have the right to remain silent.
Yeah,
But no, what I'm saying is that, listen, I had a bitch tell me, this is from personal experience, I don't do these things in public. And guess what ended up happening? She sucked my dick in the movie theater. Afterwards, we fucked in the park. Literally in the fucking park. Just fucked in the park. Had a nigga on the balcony watching. Oh shit, he killing it. Shut up, nigga, I know it. And that's legit what
Six-year-old
happened.
Tim saw it all.
That's legit what happened. I kind of felt bad because I left the condom on the slide.
What's happening over there? Well, they wrestling, sweetie. Let's go.
Is that what you and Dad were doing the other night?
Oh, that's what you told me you and Dad were wrestling too? Exactly like that. Let's get out of here.
But no, so that's what.
Why is he
right?
slapping her bum, mommy?
Mommy, what's a slut?
Mommy, she said she's his little whore. What is that, Mommy? I hear from the dad in the background. That's what Mommy is to me.
Oh my god.
But no, that's what that really boils down to. Like, I kid you not. Like, you know, a lot of women and whatnot will sit there and tell you that, you know, they're not into that type of stuff, so on and so forth. Like, same girl we were talking to basically said she doesn't like getting slapped in the face with a dick and so on and so forth. This is like, you say that, but I'm 1,000% sure that, you know, you love that shit. You know, especially with the way you carry yourself, with the way you're trying to portray yourself to be and everything else like that. You'd really love that shit. But this is what it really boils down to. And it does come down to the fact of the matter is that, you know, there's certain dudes out there that can actually, you know, bring the freak out of a girl. And if you cannot bring the freak out of your chick, they ain't your bitch. Right?
That's true.
Because I'm putting it here, right here. If your girl tell you she ain't gonna do no freaky shit with you, go ahead, best go ahead. It's best for you to go ahead and keep it moving.
I guess that's why I'm still a virgin.
Because I know this one girl we talked around with, right? This bitch gonna sit there and say, "Oh yeah, all I ever do is missionary." Like, you lazy, boring bitch.
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
Was that the one that
It's
me and the pedophile was fucking around with?
Oh no.
But
You mean the turtle?
I heard that she also did only missionary.
That's a strong possibility. No, I'm talking about this motherfucking.
That was from the source. I heard that too. All right.
Oh
so-
my god, yeah. So what he's talking about is this fucking fat beluga fish, tomato and toothpick looking bitch, right? Like, she's super fat with super skinny legs and long ass feet.
And she was also orange, like a fucking tomato. He wasn't kidding about that.
So Mario's cousin.
And
Yeah.
she has man hands.
And she also came looking for you that one time.
She was looking for you.
She was looking for you.
She was looking for you.
Oh.
She asked me when she found me, "Have you seen Clint?"
No, that's not what happened.
Yes, exactly what happened.
That's not what happened.
Who moved my nipples?
Fucking dude. Clint, is that shit? This motherfucker. I was like, who the fuck is saying my... Uh-oh. Hey, how you been? Shit.
I thought
I heard Yancey, too. And Yancey, I see this motherfucker peeking through the chips and shit in the fucking next aisle. So what the fuck? It's like, no. It's like, he lives around here, though, right? I was like, oh, yeah, he lives right across the street. And this dude's just like...
But no,
She's like, oh yeah, tell him I said hi. And also, what you been up to? You want to hang out sometime? I was like, no, I don't. We're good.
And here's the bad thing about it. Like, the next time I see this motherfucker, this bitch comes to me talking about something. Oh, yes, it's been such a long time. How you been? Oh, fuck. I've been all right. Because I went back to that same 7-Eleven.
He got caught later on.
Like, I went back to that same 7-Eleven not knowing shit. And, oh, shit.
And then what happened was, like, her vertigo was acting up.
No.
So she was like, oh my god, I'm falling it. I can't stop myself.
No, so what ended up happening was she started telling me.
It was worse.
She was like, oh, yeah, I seen Clint the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. I heard he was around here. Like, we typically go to the gym together. He must have went without me that day, right? She's like, oh, well, he is getting really handsome, though. Like, he's looking really good. Like, only thing he needs to do is, like, put a little bit of color in his outfit, and then, oh my god, I'd fall for him. It's like, okay.
And he told me that shit, and I was like, that's why I wear all black all day, every day. Fuck that bitch.
All right. So, final bit for the night and whatnot that I want to get into. Oh, actually, not the final bit. I got a quick question for y'all, right? What do you guys think would be the best deterrent for crime?
The what?
The best deterrent for crime.
A gun.
A gun.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say, nigga.
What is the best deterrent for crime? Wait, Vanessa, what do you think the best deterrent for crime is?
I don't know.
Fine to be that way. Don't have any idea. What would deter you from doing crime?
My kids. So yes, that would definitely yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
since someone wants to bring up kids and not answer the question,
No,
Wait, so
like
what was the
that
best
would be like that's my motive.
Your motivation is not to-
My boys are my motivation, my life, my reason for living. Like that's
all right.
yeah.
So what about-
they would be the ones that would. Because I don't want to fuck them up anymore.
Got you. What about you, TJ? What is your,
Taste this meatloaf.
so what about you, TJ? What do you think the best deterrent for crime is?
Oh my gosh, why me? See, that's why I don't like meatloaf.
So the best deterrent for crime, for me, anything gay related. I will be an upstanding citizen.
You're actually right, because I don't know if he told you this. But I actually put that shit into practice like 3 days ago. It was fucking weird.
Whoa, what?
I told you that.
What? No.
I literally told you about that when I was in traffic.
Oh, that one. I got you. I was about to say, hold the fuck up.
Nah, man, so I'm driving home. I have to drive home in like traffic now. This motherfucker is cutting down the shoulder and he gets clipped, like stuck. And so he's trying to get in front of me and I'm not letting him because he cut down the fucking shoulder. I'm like, I'm gonna ride this fucking bumper. You're not getting in front of me cutting down this fucking shoulder. Windows are down because it's nice outside. This dude's just like, you're not gonna let me over? You're a fucking faggot. And I got my fucking both windows down. And I was just like, so I was a fucking faggot. I'll be fucking you right now, you honor looking twink boy. This dude was just like, hit the brakes hard as shit. I hit it with the full.
The Kevin Carter special.
I was really happy when my just honor looking twink boy. Like, dude, he was just like, oh no, I'm about to get raped.
Wait, is that what Demetrius said?
But no. So I will say this much right here. You guys are definitely right. Because, dude, imagine how far down the crime rates will go. We talked about prison beforehand, but we're going to take it a step further.
No, like I said, I saw that shit happen in real time. Like,
Yeah.
that dude was just like, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, that was not the response I was thinking.
So you know how back in the day they used to have like public hangings or whatnot, right?
The public, you would say the public rapings need to be.
Yes. So if you get caught doing that shit, just imagine that shit. You got 4 niggas holding you down.
You were at once on the wrong side of that, right?
Hey, nigga, I was proven innocent. All right, but that'd be a perfect crime deterrent.
No, I meant that time that it was just like you should have understood because you remember back in the day when you used to pull that bullshit.
Which one?
When you used to be like, you used to go to everyone like, oh, what if I stole your bitch and crashed your car and fucked up all the shit that you own that you like? Like, what would you do? Like, this motherfucker would literally be like, well, if I literally crashed your car, stole your bitch, broke all your guitars, broke your computer, smashed your TV, and then like fucked your mom, like, what would you do? And he's like, for real, what would you do? And finally one day, he used to do this shit to everyone. And finally one day I was just like, oh, simple. I like knock you unconscious and then I take down your pants and then my own. And then like I have nothing left to lose because you already took everything from me, so I would rape you. Like, I wouldn't enjoy it, you wouldn't enjoy it, but just to prove a point that I'm not going to allow you to take everything from me and let you get away with it,
No.
I would rape you.
But yeah,
And he's just like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, no, if you literally like just destroyed all my property and fucked my entire life, like it was like drained your bank account, fucked up all your guitars, fucked your mom, did this. It's just like, then yeah. It's like if I've already lost everything, might as well rape a man. It was just, I remember that stuck. It was just like, I have nothing else to lose, might as well rape a man. I don't like this game anymore. And just that shit stopped immediately. Never was asked that question again. So yes, you're right. Gay shit is the answer.
that's the
some.
worst thing.
But how do you do it with the gay criminals though? Like, what do you
Gay
do?
criminals, you get this 6'4" Russian bitch that we went over with last time.
Ooh.
She's gonna ride his pelvis, super muscular.
Look at these titties.
Look at my titties. Look at them.
I mean, like gay gay stuff for females isn't always gonna work. Like that doesn't work.
No,
for
but
me.
females
So,
commit like such a
Oh,
lower
well,
portion of crime. It doesn't matter.
Oh, so well, as far as females are concerned, they
But
get
such
fucked
a
in front of
lower
their child.
portion, though.
What?
Like the percentage of violent crime, like crime.
No, so listen, if it's
For
a female,
females to,
if-
but am I
yeah.
wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Like,
But what I'm saying
like,
is,
what I would actually consider crime, like females commit at such a lower percentage than men that like that can be figured out later. Like the vast crime would fucking plummet if we could figure out males and gay males.
so here's what we do. So here's how you stop the female crime rate. You rape these bitches in front of their children.
So you stopped him for that? Come on, man.
Let's be honest here. If you were getting fucked in front of your child, would you like that? That would stop you from doing a crime if you were getting fucked in front of your child.
That's a bit. All right, that's literally a villain origin story though. Like that's how you make Thanos though. Like that's no.
Like strap the child down, force the eyesight.
That would prevent one crime, but you would literally create like no. You can't involve an innocent party in it. That's the problem.
How else are we gonna get to the?
No, that's the problem. Like, no.
How's that a problem?
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Look, the kid has to know that this world is harsh.
That's a villain origin story waiting to happen.
Listen, how would that be a villain if they know that if they do that, they do some crime, they gonna end up suffering the same fate? No one's gonna want to do that shit.
There will always be crime, no matter what the punishment is.
So
Not for my black ass.
And you know what? All right, I'm gonna go on a rant real quick. Watching cops all the time. How many police have I seen say, I came back from my tour of duty in the military and I thought the police would fit me perfectly? And I'm just like, that is the wrong mentality entirely. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, no. You should not be coming into the... Like, it will give you some skills, but that's not all the skills you need as a police officer. A police officer in America right now is probably one of the hardest jobs because there's a lot going on. Like, let's not get it wrong. A lot of them fail to do their job correctly. We can all agree on that. A lot of them are fucked. The point I'm making is that the few officers that do community policing correctly, get involved, get to know people and everything, their communities are better than the ones that don't, every time.
So you're saying...
What?
Wait, so you're saying, like you said... Can you repeat that last statement? Sorry.
No, I was just saying that, like... Whenever I watch cops on TV, right? So many of them say, I did these tours in the military and I came back and I decided to become a police officer because my skills were perfect for it.
Right.
Why are your military skills perfect for being a peace officer? Police officer. That's wrong. That's the wrong mindset.
Conservative of peace.
Right.
Because that means that you thought that your training to be able to shoot and kill people, which military, and you learned that was important for what you were. Translates to being a police officer, and it's like that's only this much of it, but you thought that was the whole thing. That was the wrong. I feel like every time I hear that, that's the wrong mind state to be in, because I did do a lot of research back on this when I was in school about how community policing affects depending upon whatnot. The more the officers take a less militant approach and get more involved with the community, the less crime there ends up being. That's actually the best way to prevent crime. When they start becoming known, when people know, because it's just like I said, you're less likely to do bad to someone that you know. When someone is a face and a name rather than just someone out in the world.
I'm actually glad you broke that down, because I was going to tell you, community policing, all that may sound good on paper, it is terrible. But once you broke it down like that, it makes more sense. Because when you were saying it beforehand, it was like, well, technically the local gang is community policing.
No, and the thing is,
technically the local Karens are community policing.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy you broke that down, because I was going to say, hold the fuck up now.
When they get involved at the community level and they become people, and they take care of people like they should, they actually take on the oath of to protect and serve. When they actually do that, it gets better. There's always going to be criminals, period. But when you have police as nameless, faceless, authoritarian, militant figures, us versus them mentality, the crime is always going to be worse.
That's how you end up with that shit that happened in Washington State.
That's how you end up with peanut butter and mayonnaise together.
But that's the problem of like LAPD and the bad neighborhoods in California is it's the us versus them mentality instead of getting involved.
Don't forget New York.
There's a few good ones, but the rest have that militant. I came back from Iraq. I'm a fucking warrior. That's what it means to be a police officer. Get on the fucking ground. That's not what being a police officer means. Being a police officer is to serve and protect this community versus the police force.
Versus
All
more
right, so
erection.
TJ.
So how do you
TJ.
think the guns are at? So when they're coming back from those places, they still have those guns and stuff like that. Some of them.
Not necessarily.
No.
Some of them.
No.
Some of them.
No.
Why would you need that? When
Yeah, you're not allowed to have full autos out here.
Okay.
Like, that's
All
not how it
right.
goes.
Here's the problem, right? That's not the issue. Like them bringing the gun back isn't the issue because in the police department they're already issued a full auto gun.
No. And then selling it, and then crime rates going up other places.
That is such a like wide margin thing that's not really applicable. Like you can steal some shit like your helmet and like your plate carrier. I know people that are in the military. If your rifle goes missing, they're going to have your ass. Are you telling me that they let them come back on the plane, land here, and walk freely off the base with a full auto M4? Like, hey, I hope you bring that back one day.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
No, but I mean, I agree with you. No, I agree.
There are-
I no, 100%, 100%. I know the military people that have been deployed have brought back night vision, laser aiming devices, all kinds of
I'm
crazy
not
shit.
saying- I'm
Hit
not
it and walked it
saying-
off, right?
I'm not saying
But like for a rifle to go missing, they
Yeah.
don't play
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying the low class riding back with everybody. I'm saying the upper.
So the government's just selling guns.
That's all. That's all.
Because
that
if they're
sounds like
upper
me.
class, they're just
Yeah.
government.
All right, so TJ, I got a question for you, right?
Wait, hold on one second.
No.
I do really need to.
Nah, fuck that shit. Hey, yo, we'll get to that afterwards. We'll get to that
All
afterwards.
right,
TJ.
I'm just curious.
TJ, we'll get to that after. TJ, got a question for you, right? Let's say you get pulled over for a tail light, right? And it's two lady cops. They say you're gonna have the big ticket or you're gonna give me that big dick. What you gonna do?
I saw this porn once.
What you gonna do? They got you arrested already.
I think I have it bookmarked. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
What you gonna do, nigga?
So I was arrested already.
They got you in cuffs. It's like if you want to walk off this right here, you gotta take this pussy, nigga. And they call you a nigga, and they white bitches. Take this pussy, nigga, and then hop on you. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I'm good. I ain't doing it.
So you right here, you rather go to jail? They say
I'd rather go to jail.
Big Bubba from Cell Block D.
No, what if they?
Because
what if they
here's
think,
what you're
though?
missing. You fucked up by saying two white bitches.
But they
I'm
bad
black.
bitches though.
No, but what?
I'm
if,
black. So
So
I
what
could
if
go to
you
jail
say-
either way. So yeah,
They got the camera on, so you good.
Nah, bro.
They're gonna turn.
They got the camera on.
What if they-
Ooh, my vertigo is acting up. I'm falling. Oh, camera off. Oh, well, I guess it's today's the day.
Finding two Latina crazy bitches
in police uniforms.
in police uniforms, pull you over, and then say, "Give me that dick right now, or you're going to jail."
You know that's my biggest weakness. Shut the fuck up about that.
What are you guys gonna do? They pussy's fat, wet, and glistening.
I'm sleeping at home that night.
I like how this nigga is afraid to answer the question.
And you have no idea if they have any STDs or anything.
What's that got to do with anything? Listen, either you go to jail, get raped by Big Bubba, or you getting some pussy.
No, because I feel like if they got me at that point, they got me on some bullshit. So I just gotta risk the biscuit at that point. What are all these packages in the back of the fuck? Bend over, bitch.
As tempting as that is, I would have to refrain from doing that.
And then you go to jail and get raped. Hope you're happy with yourself.
Well,
No,
I
you
get-
said a big fat ticket at first.
No, that switches to being raped, so he can choose the right option. But he chose wrong.
So he could choose the right option.
He chose
So
wrong.
It was conditional. He already had something for you for that one.
Yeah, so you tell me right here, right now, you gonna take the dick rather than take the pussy.
First of all, now you're just rephrasing the whole question.
Yes or yes question. Nigga.
Nah, nigga, it's not a yes or yes question, nigga. Hell no.
So you tell me right here, right now. All she does is say, "Suck on my toes and you're free to go."
Suck on my toes? It went from fuck this pussy to suck on my toes now.
Look, you brought up STDs. I'm trying to save him from an STD, all right? Like, either you suck them toes or you get fucked in the ass by Big Bub from Cell Block D.
Okay, when you frame it like that, I got no
While
choice.
she pisses
nigga.
on you.
I guess you sucking some toes, babe.
While she pisses on you.
Look, you sucking some toes and you good. You get in a golden shower. I got you when you get home scrubbing. You down with everything.
It's a yes question, nigga.
Right,
You
at that
getting
point-
dick
at
from
that
Big
point-
Bub from Cell Block D.
at
You
that
sucking the
point,
toes and
like,
getting
you
pissed
just-
on.
No, I already
You know?
told you I was sucking the toes.
And getting pissed on.
And
Yes, and getting pissed off.
Say it out loud, nigga. I
getting
wanna-
pissed on. Cause
You like that shit, don't you, nigga?
Right.
So wait, hold on. Sucking on toes and getting pissed on. What I gotta do to get out of jail?
I mean, right, like, okay, you're taking that at that point, like,
And no one
because
heard me.
at least it's not that you're penetrating that anything and potentially getting STD. So that, like, that's
You're getting
a hell of a
pissed
lot
on.
better. Pissed on and sucking a toe, like, you know what? Athletes,
Yeah,
put
athletes
them
pull on
out.
your lips.
They got some cream. It's gonna clear it up in a little bit. They got some medication.
No,
for that.
take the
I
foot
I
wars.
actually agree with that because I got a
I'm so
really bad
sorry,
scare
but,
off
like,
a dollar bill
if
once.
your dick, like if you coming back talking about your dick potentially maybe falling off because you had to fuck some cops, bro, I ain't hearing it.
All right, so last question before I go ahead and call it a night, right? To the niggas here. Let's say you're fucking around with a bitch, right? A whole female, right? And you pull down her pants to see that her pussy meat got turned to a dick. What y'all gonna do?
What?
That's a man to punch it in the face.
It's a whole female though.
No.
Like they just took her pussy lips and molded it into a dick.
Yeah, I've seen this porn.
No.
That one I know I
Did she
have.
tell you that she was trans? Did she?
No, it's a whole female. Like
Are you talking about like
female.
a big clit?
No. She tried to go through the transition, but decided against it after she did her fucking pussy lips to a non-functioning dick. So it's like
So
No.
pussy
you
lip
couldn't
meat,
do
like
a-
pussy meat.
And so, but why aren't you guys
Then
talking about that prior to?
Obviously
She
no.
trying to hide that shit because she ain't gonna get no dick otherwise.
Gross.
So how's she gonna hide it when you put it on her bed? Like what?
Ask the she-males out in Thailand, they still get fucked. The what do you call it? The femboys?
I believe it's called peyote is the drug they take for that.
Yeah, so the femboys still get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
I thought we were in the United States. Shit,
That's,
did we go-
but listen, all I'm saying is this right here. Right?
No, I'm good. We'll just cut the tape.
So you tell me right here, right now, you wouldn't fuck it.
No.
Would you eat her pussy lips in?
No.
No.
Why not? It's a whole female, born
It's a
female.
dick.
The fact that she was hiding that from you at any point in time, you guys didn't have that conversation.
I'm sorry,
right?
nigga, were you?
She's hiding things
Huh?
from you.
Yeah,
Like, and
exactly.
that's- she's not trustworthy. So what the fuck? Get that fuck out of my
Yes.
face.
Wait.
Thank
Well, see,
you.
here's the thing about being trustworthy. Ain't no bitch in this world trustworthy. Ain't any dude out there that put
Okay,
trust in them.
but I'll accept some trust issues if it doesn't involve turning into a dick. All right, like yeah,
that's so
I get that.
disrespectful, like,
Well, no, ain't no bitch out here worth trusting. Ain't nobody out here worth trusting for real.
ain't no-
For men out there, your boys is the only people you can trust.
What you just went from ain't no bitch to ain't no one to out there for all you got boys like.
Yeah, your boys are the only ones you can
What?
trust. Your
Like-
boys is the only ones you can trust, and depending on the type of lifestyle you live, you can't even trust them.
No, because a lot of people are fucked up.
Yeah, that's all it really boils down to. But yeah, you can't trust these hoes. It's just one of those things like
So then who can you trust? Your animals.
yourself. Do you trust yourself? That's it. And even
God's
that you can't even trust.
liaison, John Moses Browning.
But no, the bad thing is, oh my god. Bad thing is, a lot of people can't even trust themselves.
A lot of people
Shit.
can't even trust themselves.
For real,
This
though.
is fuck, dude.
This is what it really boils down to. So, you know, if you out there believing that you can trust in these hoes, nigga, you
I
set
trust
yourself
the
up
neighbor's
for
dog. Because that nigga always snitching.
But that being that, we went on. With that being that, anybody want to say anything else before I go ahead and rub my nipples and clap 2 times?
None of these scenarios will actually ever happen.
Especially a child killing one. TJ's definitely planning on doing it though.
No.
Oprah, be careful. Your womb is not safe.
Yo, hey, chill, bro.
Don't trust cops. Everyone knows the
Chill.
proper way to show if you have a concealed carry permit or not.
Oh yeah. And if you guys ever get pulled over by a cop, just do what Dave Chappelle told you: spread your cheeks and lift your sack. All right, that's it. Where's that stop button now? You piece of shit. Stop, bitch. Damn.